Welcome. Today we're diving into the past perfect continuous tense, focusing on its affirmative form. This tense is a powerful tool for describing actions that were ongoing in the past before another event or time. It helps us emphasize the duration or continuity of an activity, not just its completion. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to form this tense, when to use it, and how to spot it in real-life examples. Let's start by exploring the basic structure and why this tense is so useful for expressing past activities with a sense of ongoing action. Past perfect continuous tense in its affirmative form follows a simple structure: subject plus had plus been plus verb being. No matter which subject you use, whether it's I, you, he, she, it, we, or they, the auxiliary verb had and been remain the same. The main verb takes the ing form, like working, studying, or waiting. This consistency makes it easy to remember and apply. For example, I had been working, she had been studying, and we had been waiting all follow this pattern. Let's look at some examples to see how this structure works in real sentences. See the past perfect continuous in action. For instance, I had been working for 2 hours before he arrived. Here, the action of working started earlier and continued up to a specific point in the past. Another example, she had been studying all morning before the test, and we had been waiting for the bus for 30 minutes before it came. Notice how each sentence highlights an ongoing activity that leads up to another event in the past. These examples make the tense's purpose clear, showing duration and continuity. One of the main uses of the past perfect continuous is to describe an action that was ongoing before another past action. For example, I had been reading for an hour before she called. This means the reading started earlier and continued up to the moment she called. Similarly, they had been playing football for 2 hours when it started raining. The tense helps us visualize the flow of time, showing that one activity was already in progress before something else happened. Another important use is to explain the cause of a past situation. For example, he was tired because he had been working all day. The tense gives us the reason for his tiredness, or she was nervous because she had been practicing for the presentation. In both cases, the past perfect continuous clarifies why something happened, linking the ongoing activity to its effect in the past. This tense is also perfect for emphasizing how long something had been happening before another event. For example, I had been living in London for 5 years before I moved to Paris, or we had been waiting for a long time before the train finally arrived. The focus here is on the length of time the activity lasted, making it clear that the action was not just completed, but had a significant duration. Certain time expressions are often used with the past perfect continuous tense. These include for, since, all day, all morning, all week, before, and when. For example, she had been studying for 3 hours before the exam, or he had been working here since 2010 before he retired. These expressions help specify the duration or starting point of the ongoing activity, making your sentences clearer and more precise. This lesson we're focusing only on the affirmative form of the past perfect continuous tense. That means all our examples are positive statements, not questions or negatives. Remember, the structure remains the same: subject plus had plus been plus verb being. Mastering the affirmative form is the first step to using this tense confidently in your conversations and writing. Once you're comfortable with this, you can move on to negatives and questions. Sum up: the past perfect continuous tense in the affirmative form is used to describe ongoing actions in the past before another event, explain causes, and emphasize duration. Its structure is straightforward, and common time expressions make it even clearer. Practice forming sentences using this tense with your own examples, focusing on activities that lasted up to a certain point in the past. With regular practice, you'll find it easier to use this tense naturally in both speech and writing.